We're back at the Humane Society of Greenwood for part 3 of our shelter interview series. We'll link parts 1 and 2 in the description. Today we'll hear from employees about the triumphs and hardships that come with shelter work. From the greatest successes to the biggest heartbreaks, these are their stories.
What are some of your favorite rescue stories, or what is your favorite rescue story?
Probably with this guy right here. His family couldn't keep him anymore, and so we went and looked at him. We were just gonna see what he looked like and how he acted, and I fell in love with him as soon as we walked through the door. Now he's my best friend.
Oh, I couldn't imagine why y'all fell in love with him.
He's just a chunky boy. He's just a chunky boy.
What are some of your favorite rescue stories?
Oh my gosh, every one of them.
My favorite ones are when an animal comes in and it has a microchip, and we call them to tell them we've got their animal and the animal's been missing for a long time. Just the relief in the pet parent's face when they know that we have their animal and the animal is safe really, really warms my heart. I mean, there's been some that have come in and been missing for years. They was stolen out of their yard years ago and they just gave up hope, you know, and then it's like suddenly this animal appears in our office and it's like, here's your dog.
There isn't one story I think that really sets out because there's so many. My rescue stories really have to do with both the animals and the people. We've had, dogs that are just never been socialized, lived in a backyard their whole life. Teaching them how to walk on a leash and trust people is amazing. But watching my staff learn how to do that just in their daily job and it become a suitable dog to become adoptable is also absolutely amazing.
Finding them homes. I love to, show somebody an animal and be like, this cat is just the coolest little kitty and it'd be a great fit for your family, and then sending them home and them coming back later and telling us, you were right, this is the greatest animal ever. So it's very rewarding.
The joy that I have seen in my background that animals bring to humans, to children, to therapy, and a dog from a shelter can enhance another person's life and change everything. And being able to come to work and help the animals educate the community and create these relationships to collaborate is going to do nothing but enrich their lives. And making a basic standard care. And so making those standards for the animals and giving them a voice is absolutely my most important part of my job.
What is the best part of working in a shelter?
Well, one, you get to meet all the new animals, and you get to really get to bond with them and watch them go home at the end of the day.
Seeing the animals when they come in to the day that they go in a home is my favorite thing, and knowing that we help them and that they're not, just wandering around. But also like the dogs that sadly you get taken from a neglect case because they may have not known how important touch was, and just seeing them melt in your lap and gaining the weight back and then going into a loving home is my favorite part.
The best part of working in the shelter is probably seeing dogs that you've grown close to get adopted and seeing them so happy walk out that door.
There's so many different situations that are just as horrifying as the next one. Working with animals and finding a home for them and placing them gives you an ending to that. And being able to show the community that dogs in a shelter, they're not broken, disjointed, aggressive animals. These are wonderful pets. These dogs could move on to do service work. They could be an asset to the community. We want to be not just a shelter where you come and dump your disregarded animals. I want to be a resource.
They're not just an animal or Christmas gifts. They have emotions. They are happy, they are sad, they can get heartbroken, they can have separation anxiety. It's just the lack of knowledge of how much really goes into a pet and everything, and just thinking, oh, I'm going to take it to the shelter. Because we see some of the worst cases out there, and it does hurt us pretty bad.
Seeing what comes in that back door from the community, the strays, the neglect, is so emotional.
The hardest part is we work in medical, so we're the first ones to see the dogs that have been hit by cars or malnourished and everything. So coming in and seeing them underweight and bone showing, can barely walk, very dehydrated, and just seeing them on, like, they have no life left in their eye. But going back to the best part is once you do that and you build them back up and you see that spark come back and they become dogs again, that's the best part. And worst part.
The Humane Society runs solely off donations from pet lovers like you. Your donations make sure shelter pets receive quality nutrition, shelter, medical care, and help fund vital programs like trap, neuter, release. To donate, visit gwdhumanesociety.org. If you'd rather donate supplies, you can visit their Amazon wish list under the Donate tab. And remember, every donation, no matter how small, makes a big difference in the lives of these pets. Pet parenthood is a huge responsibility. Finding a sitter when you go out of town, training, and meeting your pet's exercise needs is a lot of work. But the WAG app can take some of that stress off your shoulders. The WAG app is the #1 app for pet parents and can help you find sitters, trainers, walkers, and even offers a vet chat feature to help you get pet advice fast. Download the WAG app today on the Apple App Store or Google Play.